Yeah. So I'm launching an instance for and I'm naming it as minikube Kubernetes here. So for uh, for the Kubernetes, all basic for the minikube, what we will need is 2 CPUs or more, and 2 GB of free memory, and 20 GB of free disk, and then internet connection. So we have to when we are spinning our instance, make sure you have 2 CPUs and 2 GB of memory. So go ahead with actually I've tried with Linux as well. We can go with AMI, whatever we have, Amazon Linux AMI2. And here I'll change this instance type to T2.medium, which have 2 CPUs here and 4 GB of memory. Select this instance type and select instance key pair and select an existing group. I'll show that security group rules once it is.
So this is the problem, Manasa. Yeah, you can. What you can do, you see that root volume, make
Root
it
volume.
20. That make it to 20 or make it to 25.
I have added one more. Doesn't it work?
Let's add 25 to only one ABS volume. It will work, but
Okay.
make it 25.
Okay. And launch this instance.
So this is going to be brand new instance, right?
Yes. And for us to run the minikube, we need the prerequisites are installing Docker as well as installing kubectl. So I followed this document for the installation part, but we can go ahead and run. So once he see here, once he got the instance, he just logged into SSH into your, as we normally do, we have to SSH to our EC2 instance and install kubectl. So we'll go ahead and connect. So I'm updating, just doing yum update, but it doesn't show you need to be a root user, okay? Okay. I'm coming out. I'm on now EC2 user. I'll install kubectl just to, as I mentioned, we need kubectl as well as Docker. So for installation, this is the installation command. Even if you go to the kubectl documentation, it's there. Grab it from here. So now we'll see.
Manasa, can you
Page.
explain me those 3 steps? What you have done in those 3 steps actually?
Sure. Yeah, this curl basically is we are getting this.
So with in the first curl, you will be downloading that kubectl, right?
Yes, downloading,
Mhm. The
and we
kubectl.
changed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, you can. You can.
Yeah, and so first in the first command you'll be downloading that kubectl package, and the second command, so that plus x, that means you will get executable permissions. Okay, it's like x permissions. What are the x permissions? Executable permissions, right? So in that chmod plus x means you will get executable permissions for the dot kubectl. Now you are adding that dot kubectl package into bin binaries. Remember, so each package when you install and when you look for which the package, which Java example, each package when you install, the package will be available in the binary. Okay, so now you're moving that kubectl to the bin folder, binaries folder. Okay,
Yeah. So once we moved the kubectl, I'm just checking whether we install it correctly and it is available there. So I'm doing which kubectl. So it shows our in our bin location. Once kubectl is installed, we'll go ahead and install the Docker. Actually, there is a direct command for Docker. I can. So this is an Amazon Linux image, right? So I'm using Amazon Linux extras install and my Docker. Okay. Docker is installed. So as we know, when we install anything, we have to we have to start the service. Any service, we have to like start the service and enable the service. So I'm doing Docker sudo service Docker start. Okay, so I'm enabling it. Sudo systemctl enable and checking the status. And it shows up and running. So Docker is running. Once we have Docker and um, kubectl, so the next step is he installed the Docker. So once that is done, we have installed Docker as well. So this is the installation of minikube. So we'll go ahead and run these steps for installation. This is the same thing as well. We are downloading the package and changing the permissions. We'll do one step at a time.
actually
Same as
you can
go
do
ahead.
you can do three commands like that in Linux as well at a time. And
Yeah,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, but it was complaining about some sudo permissions when I
Okay.
there was no sudo in here. I can add it, but I'm just so we have downloaded the minikube package and changing the permissions, executable permissions, and moving to the bin folder, user local bin folder. And when I do which minikube, okay, I see it. So for um, so if we are using our local computer and if we want to use it as a virtual machine and if we want to run this minikube on our virtual machine, then we need to provide the driver rules. Like we have to give I'll show you the command. So basically, when running, we are using the driver as none, because VM driver as none, because EC2 itself is a virtual machine. We cannot, if we are using our local machine and we are virtualizing it, then we have to give the driver as our machine, or doc if it is a Docker, and we if we use Docker. So we in see in the installation document also, see in the install minikube documentation from Kubernetes, it says that you need to enable virtualization by accessing your computer BIOS. For EC2 instance, we don't have access to BIOS, and EC2 itself is a virtual machine. Then we are using this in order to start this command. We have to add this command in order to start the minikube. So we have to be and we have to be a root user in order to start the minikube. So let's go ahead and okay, let's go ahead and start. I'll show you where there is one thing that we have to install. So it shows that error. I even Okay. So actually minikube is in local bin, right? Maybe it is checking in a different path. Let me see, I got this. What I'm doing here with this command is a symbolic link. So it is looking for in under bin. That's why this is happening. So and ln-s will do a symbolic link with the I'll change this actually. This should be minikube. Okay. See, once it find the minikube, it is saying Kubernetes 1.2.5, 1.25.3 requires contract. So we have to install to be installed in the roots path. So we have to install this contract. For installing the contract, it is just direct command like sudo yum install. This is Ubuntu, so he said apt install, but for us it is Linux, so yum install contract. Okay, so once that is installed, I'm running it back, and it is saying exiting due to not found CRI Docker D. So we have to install Docker D as well. We have to install CRI Docker D. Let me go to that document. And yeah, if you see here, please install CRI Docker D using these instructions. He gave the GitHub URL itself. Like we can go there and so to use with Kubernetes, he's saying git clone. So let me install git. Okay, once that is done, yeah, I have this question, Vishnu. To build this code in a POSIX environment means, Vishnu?
Sorry, I'm talking on mute. So to build a specific architecture add-ons an argument with this is give
It,
me 1 second. Go all the way right actually in that command.
I mean, I did not use this though, but I had this question.
Yeah, it's a special like if you're using like a Python or like a Python virtual environment, it's a special environment. You will be creating a special environment. You don't need that actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So for
But
to install, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, but you can try. You can try, right?
You can try it with this, you mean?
Yeah, you can. You just copy the whole.
Yeah, I mean, I did not try that though. Can do.
That's fine.
Okay, it's saying Go not found.
So you would have to
You have to
install Go.
install Go. Yeah, let me install the Go and um yeah, for installing Go as well, we are I'm showing the permissions before I change. See here, CRI, sorry, where is Go? Okay, we are installing installer Linux.
Yeah, and the first
Mm,
one.
yeah, so the permissions here is just the read write permission. So I'm changing it now and do LSF and now the permissions are changed. Read write executable. So I'm just run this and okay, after you run this, it asks us to um okay downloading the version 1.9 and it asks us to set the profile like source. Okay, see here one more thing, run source as root dot bash profile to persist new environment variables to your current session or open a new shell prompt, but we can just directly go ahead and copy this and run this. Yeah, once you have Go, I'm again going back and copying this. Let's see if it works now. Okay, it is
So you will have to uh, go dot module for not found.
in the current directory or any parent directory. So maybe we have to have that Go in a specified directory that it is looking at.
Yeah, but that's okay. But that's okay, Manas. You don't need to use that pass
Yeah.
X environment actually.
Okay. So these commands, I'm basically installing CRI Docker D. So it is creating a bin folder and we have installed Go. So it is building CRI Docker D and once we have to start the service and enable the service and we can go back and run our minikube. It is taking a little time.
Yeah, remember, so when we build we use Maven build something like that, right? Very similar. It's a Go application, so
Okay, I'm enabling and starting and enabling it. Oh, okay. Okay. Once that is done, once we install the CRI Docker D, I'm coming back out of CRID and going ahead and starting the minikube. Okay, we have CRI.
Yeah, can you check that CRA
I
Docker is
think,
running, Manasa? Can you check the
uh,
status?
yeah, I think we have to reboot.
Yeah, let's check the status first. Actually, go just type history. Yeah, copy that. Enable. Yeah, no, other one, the one above. Yeah, remove that enable and
mm,
remove that enable and put just status. So
okay,
inactive.
inactive.
So you need to start before you enable. So go ahead and
I
start this.
have, see this command here will enable and start it, right? Hyphen hyphen now will start the CRI Docker. Okay, I'll do it,
Yeah,
but
yeah, but
this,
it's not running right.
yeah,
Then enable now. Check the status.
okay,
Now it's
looks
up and
like it
running.
is running. Yeah,
Go ahead and run that minikube command.
yeah. Okay, it's still complaining about CRI Docker D. It shouldn't let me reboot and try.
Because you have installed that container, the Docker D somewhere else actually, not in.
Not in the place it is looking for, but I have tried it.
Just go there, use up arrow. You will see that.
Okay,
It's not ready yet.
yeah. Okay, I'm in. Yeah, it is.
Go to that CRI Docker D folder, Manasa.
Oh,
No. There.
here. Oh, it's not. Let's see.
No. Actually,
Mhm.
yeah, you see that you have one more bin folder there, but that bin folder is coming from GitHub, I guess.
Yeah, there is CRI Docker D. Here. No, when I followed the instructions, right, it is creating a folder. and
Yeah, so
making a
that bin
directory as
folder
bin.
inside CRI Docker D.
Mm.
And is there any way?
And
Okay, it's in user local bin. Can you change that sim link for this one as well,
yeah,
Manasa?
yeah,
Symbolic link to have. Just go ahead and type history.
okay.
Come out of here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. We are creating a symbolic link and
And
let's
check
see
the
if it
status
works.
again.
So, okay, it should be like Docker D dot service. Okay, it is active.
Hmm. Now you can go ahead and type which CRI Docker D. No, there is a forward slash, right? Remove that forward slash.
Mm, okay. Yeah,
It's
bin
until
and
now.
in bin. Yeah, let's see if this works.
So what happened is it was looking for that uh, CRI Docker D in binaries folder actually. That's
Hmm.
where
Yeah.
applications installed, right? Let's say there is an application, there is an application has a dependency on a specific application. For example, remember when we were running Python, when we were running Ansible, and Python was in a different location, and Ansible was in a different Ansible looking for Python in a different location. And when job failed, we had to specify explicitly specify, okay, hey, this is the Python path. You can go ahead and look for this Python path, then it will work. Remember, it's the same thing. That's what happens. That's what happened just now. Actually, I think it's running right now. Are you guys with me? Can you guys type Y in the chat if you're with me?
Okay. This is one more thing. Sorry if I'm taking your time, but
No, no,
yeah.
no, 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 absolutely not.
Okay. So, and I got error again saying that this critical version, cric TL, I don't know what it is, but yeah, it is missing. So when I looked for it, I found a documentation saying that you have to install again. Yes. See, when I just grabbed the error and it is showing here, we have to install CRI tools. Yeah, try this. Okay. we have installed. So I'm going ahead and starting the minikube again. This time it should, yeah, it is. Okay, now done. So we have started. It says kubectl is now configured to use minikube cluster and default namespace by default. Okay, so we now when we check minikube status, see it is showing as running and cube config is configured. So here, once he starts the minikube, he is up. I mean, he's starting his first container. So m- before that, let's see kubectl get merged. I did y. Sorry, did I do wrong? Kubectl. Okay, we have to we have to create a symbolic link for this as well. Looks like kubectl. Okay. So I have, if you remember, I have installed this kubectl as a easy to user, and maybe it is in a different folder, and this is looking in a different folder. So I'm just going ahead and creating a
Manasa, you did miss E.
which
In the kubectl,
really
you see that?
no
Yep.
need to create
So
the
kubectl is not there actually. File exists already. Okay, it's there.
no actually
So the first command worked, but
mm,
it worked for kubectl without E. So
oh,
already, since the file already exists, you cannot copy one more time. What I want you to do,
should I go
you
ahead
go
and
to that.
change it under, yeah,
No, don't go to kubectl. Yeah, just go there. Do ls. Kubectl is there. So
mm,
what I would do, I can go ahead and remove that kubectl inside that user bin local user bin. Not here actually. Oh no, no, not here. Go ahead. Go back. Go to just binaries. Yeah. Do ls. Yeah. Remove that kubectl here.
it's showing as E, Vishnu.
E only. So the source you did use the source and kubectl. The source place you did not have a hyphen e, but
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
destination you had a e actually. I'll
But
show
how
you.
did it pick?
Yeah. Can you go ahead and delete this and I'll show you.
Yeah,
Okay. So
I'm just coming back and running the same command again. Symbolic link
if you go
kubectl.
one up arrow again, you see that? So the
Yeah.
destination is kubectl only, but the source, you see that? That's a different one.
Mm.
So
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
now go ahead and run. Now it worked.
Yeah.
Now go ahead and look for which kubectl.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
it is there.
Now you can go ahead and run kubectl get nodes.
Yeah, we'll type it. Hmm. This one I'm saying is not ready. It's showing as not ready. So what we are doing in the next step is like he's just creating a container just to show it up on the dashboard. But see,
Yeah, can you
he
can you go ahead and create that container? Let's see.
yeah, okay, minikube created.
Okay,
Actually,
that's
it's
fine. What
you
he
have
is doing
to
after that?
we have to expose this.
Okay, go ahead and do it.
So kubectl get svc is showing us services running, which are all the services we have, and the port. So if this is the port, so if we okay, in the next step, what he's saying is like the port that we have in the EC2 instance port. So the container is where 8080 of the container is exposed. So if we look for the public if we look for the public IP and this port number, it should show up something like this. Yeah, the container basically whatever we have deployed it here. It should show up the container, but it is not loading for me. I'm
Okay, can you go
thinking,
ahead and try that one now?
yeah,
So the
and
security group rules are
yeah,
set,
let me
right?
check the security group. Yeah, okay. You see here, we have all traffic, HTTP, HTTPS, SSH.
Excuse me. You can go ahead and remove that HTTPS there.
Okay, so let's try this again. No,
Okay, let's look for why the port is not ready. Why the node is not ready. Can you go ahead and Google it? So minikube troubleshooting on EC2, something like that. Minikube troubleshooting on EC2 node is not ready.
I have seen this, but he's saying, um,
Hold on.
okay. So here, not ready is not operating due to a problem and cannot run pods. Okay, so troubleshooting. It could be because of the memory pressure, disk pressure, and PID pressure. But I can run this command and it will kubectl describe to look for the to look in the condition section to see if the resources are missing on the node. Okay, let's try this.
Node has no disk pressure. No disk. What is that? No disk.
Node has Sufficient memory, no disk pressure, sufficient PID. Okay, how to know disk pressure, disk space. Can we increase the disk space? But this, I have seen a couple of videos, but no one complained about an EC2 instance with this errors.
Yeah, so what you can do, can you maximize that terminal?
Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead and Google it. That node has the node disk pressure. Mm. Many times because of disk pressure, the different concepts DF, DU were not helpful. No, go down, Manasa. Go down. We'll see maybe another answer or something like that. You see that there are 4 answers there. Manasa. So you cloned that GitHub repository, right?
For yeah, for
Can you go
installations,
ahead and delete that? Do
any
ls. Yeah, you can go ahead and delete that tar file.
okay.
And do ls.
Mm.
So that CRI Docker D is just a folder, right, with a bunch of code. Can you verify that?
Yes,
Do ls. Yeah, this is not. This is just a. This is just a GitHub repository. I don't think
yeah.
we need this actually. You can go ahead and delete this one as well. Go back
Mm,
and just delete that one.
okay.
Wait. Let's go ahead and uh, run that minikube command and let's see if that works. We don't need to delete this, but if not, let's go ahead and delete this one as well.
You mean
No. So the
get no.
describe node again. Yeah, get node, whatever. Describe node again, and let's see.
Describe no. Yeah, it's still showing.
Yeah, you can go ahead and delete that folder as well. What you can do before you that you can wait. Before that you can check the memory space available. Df dash h. Yeah.
Okay, let me disk space and is this the one?
No. If you go down, if you go down, so yeah, this is that overlay. Remember that overlay network. Remember a couple of days ago, Nirma was talking about that is utilizing a lot of space actually. So overlay 25 GB, 4.4 GB.
Oh,
18%, 18%. Yeah, let's go and look for our troubleshooting steps again. And let's see. So yeah, you can go ahead and delete that CRI Docker D as well. You don't need that actually. It is
okay.
just a folder. Now go ahead and run that minikube again. Actually, yeah, so let's reboot the server and go
Okay.
ahead and run that minikube command again.
Minikube start
Yes,
minikube or get
yes,
nodes.
minikube start again.
Okay. Got this.
Are you guys following troubleshooting steps? Are you guys with me? Can you guys type Y in the chat? Yeah, that's how you troubleshoot basically.
Okay, we are in. I'm becoming a root user and start minikube, right? Okay. It is okay. I'll check the status. It is running. It is running. So going ahead and no.
Node is not ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, go there. So SSH username IP address decipher here. So these guys didn't give us anything. Give me 1 second. Go back there, Manasa.
Mm.
Go down. Yeah, there is something you do not need. Go down a little bit down. Little bit down. Yeah, you do not need to SSH to the minikube since you are running inside your host.
Host. You do not need to SSH into minikube.
That runs on Kubernetes components when Docker is required. Yeah, click on that. There is something called bridge network or whatever. No, I don't think this is helping us. Go back again. Go to the first answer. Remember, he gave us different URL.
This is the one, right?
Yeah, see that here. Actually, you see that here. Open in the right. Yeah, that's fine.
Close.
Yeah, you can accept those cookies. Run that command. The whole
This
command
whole
sudo.
thing.
You don't need a sudo actually, since you are already root user.
Yeah.
Okay. What he did next?
Okay. Which correctly comes up to 1.5 TB if I already
Okay, so
also add other stuff
he has some space available actually. Okay, that's fine. Now let's look for that node actually again. Restart minikube.
Okay. Let me see if this works. I don't know if
Minikube.
minikube.
KUB.
Yeah, so okay.
Do you see any option to restart it? If not, what you can do, you can stop and start it again.
Yeah, can stop and start it. The minikube itself is a node, right, Vishnu?
Yeah.
It should, when it is running, that means it should come up on its own, right? Like when you do
Yeah, so
kubectl.
some configurations, if you clean up something, or so the resources might be allocated already. So if
Mm,
you delete something, right, the OS won't allocate those resources until uh, it need time to reallocate, because so let's say the resources are allocated already and you made some space available, and how that OS know that space is available now,
mm,
right?
yes.
So what you can do, you can stop minikube using
Yeah,
minikube stop,
yeah,
then you
yeah,
can
I did.
restart it.
Yeah, I did. And it says it's now configured and used. We can use it.
Okay, I cannot see that actually.
You cannot see it.
Maybe I can see it now. Yep. Now go ahead and
No,
still
it's
not
still
ready.
showing the same.
Go back to that not ready page, Manazan. Remember we yeah, I think that one. No, no, the first thing only. So the first thing only. Not ready issues. You see that there is a not ready issue. Go down. Yeah, yeah, there. Go down. Go down a little bit. You can go ahead and describe that part actually. No, that's not a part issue actually.
Node.
Just type
Just
get parts, get part.
pod is when we run the container. Okay, we have run the container, right? Okay, it is also pending. Once the node is up, it will pick up, right, Vishnu?
Yeah, that is
Mm,
pending because the node is not available actually.
right.
Yeah, can you go up little bit up, or can you send me that URL as well? Let me look into that URL as well. So this is how we install and run Kubernetes as well. This is minikube for just one node, just a playground, but but for like a, actual Kubernetes environment also, you're gonna need a Docker and you're gonna need a whatever the prerequisites that you need to install. So this is how we can install and configure Kubernetes. Manasa, can you make me host?
Yeah, sure. I did, Vishnu.